Hi. Hi there, everyone. Can you hear me okay? It says you should be able to, but what if you can't? So, hi. Let's see who we got. We got Phase 2 Action Review in the house. Ionicus is here. Justin B is here. Robert Henry also here. So we've got a lot more than that here, but those are the people that have talked. Darth Muzza is here. Cool. Everything's coming in good. So I have so many things to do. Toy Snowman's here. There we go. This stream is 100% brought to you. Well, mostly brought to you by Toy Snowman. Because of him, I am able to get all of this wave in super early. Cool guy, based in Montreal, beautiful city, loved it. So I'm gonna be opening those up today, but I have a lot of other stuff to do as well. Caleb, how's it going? Rob Vanderstol, how's it going? Ethan Becerra, how's it going? Brian Myers, Colonel Angus, KC Mobfigs is also here. Lots of people are here. That's great. Glad to see you guys chatting it up. I don't want to start off just by opening the toys up because I feel like that's just like getting it over with super early. But this might be a bit of a long stream, so I'm not going to wait too long to do it. What I am going to do before we get into these is I got like a hair, like a beard hair. I can see it sticking up like this. It's really annoying. Anyways, let me switch over to my other camera here. Boom. There we go. I have a package sent to me by my co-host for Black Series Cantina. If you haven't heard it, it's my podcast that's based, weirdly enough, about the Black Series. He sent me some 3D printed stuff. The Perceptor is here. MS Clown, how's it going? Joe Wilkinson's here. Austin Emerson. I'm just going to call out names when I see new names going. I'm going to try to pay attention to the chat as much as possible. I know what's in here, but I don't know what's in here. Does that make sense? Like, I know what he said he was going to send me, but I don't know if there's anything extra or whatever. So it looks like it's just the things he said he was going to. That's fine. He got a 3D printer. So he has 3D printed me this little rock stand here. And what I did was I snagged a Grogu off of that. So I now have a little Grogu to sit. Now this Grogu is from the 3-pack. I do have both. If you want to see, there's 2 sitting Grogus in the line right now. There's this one, which is the mainline one that just came out. The $25 Grogu. And then there's this one, which came out in the little 3-pack. It's a 2-pack, really, with Mando and Ahsoka. Yeah. I think they have different paint on the heads. They're different. I kind of thought they'd be the same, but they are different sculpting, just slightly different. This one has movable arms, the mainline one. The non-mainline one does not. But that does mean you could put stuff in his hands without having to worry about it. Anyways, if you want 2 different city Grogus, city as in sitting, not like from the city, you can do that. So I've got this really nice little dome 3D printed that he sent me. Really cool. You can kind of see it's hollow on the inside, but that's fine because it's just gonna sit. So all good. Love that. Thanks, Zach. And there's actually one more thing in here. There's one more thing, or 2 more things, I suppose. Now I have to build these, but he sent me these. He sent me these little shields, riot shields, for this guy, the the Ferrex Trooper, which I believe was a Target exclusive. Yeah, Target exclusive. So I got the Ferrex Trooper in here. Looks good. Now there is hold on. And he told me about this, but where are they? Or not? Is there not in there? Or maybe I have to make my own? Anyways, they don't have the little clear things, so I have to put the clear things on myself. But I kind of assumed that he included clear things. I don't know what he uses. I'll have to find out what he uses for clear things. I don't know if he just cuts out plastic from like a tray or something and molds it in there. I'm not entirely sure. I guess he wouldn't 3D print it now that I think about it. That's weird. You can't. Can you 3D print clear plastic? I don't know. But yeah, these look great. So I'm going to do stuff with those. So thanks, Zach, for 3D printing those to me, sending them to me. Again, he's my co-host for Black Series Cantina. So if you haven't heard it or I guess watched it, we also, if you support us on Patreon, you can watch it. But if you go check out our YouTube channel, actually, I just posted a little snippet from our most previous episode where Justin from Out of the Basement gets stuck in his Darth Vader mask. He doesn't know how to take it off, and it's really funny. So here it goes. Yeah, thanks. Use the plastic from the Galaxy packaging. That's what they use. That makes sense. And I've got tons of plastic from the Galaxy packaging, so I can definitely do that. Another thing I can unbox before we get into the main sort of scenario thing is I have my very last shipment. And I have this upside down because I realized I forgot to black out my address. So I'm going to be doing this upside down. I have my very last order from Dorkside Toys that I ordered and never opened up. So I'm finally going to open this up. Dorkside Toys is dead and gone, and a lot of people are mad, sad, mostly because they owed a lot of people money. And that's because people, they paid for their pre-orders up front, which it sucks. I wouldn't say I would never do that. I've done it before, but I try not to. And I know a lot of people like to do that because they don't have to worry about, when stuff comes out, it's already paid for. But then you got issues like this, where some people owe you money because you've bought stuff from them and they never sent it to you. You'd think Dorkside Toys would be safe, but they weren't. Anyways, so I got these on super sale. Hold on. Let me go to this view. Where's my boop? There we go. So I got this Greedo. This one is to open up. I mean, it was like $10, but I have one of these hanging on my wall. But I like the paint on it better than the original one from 2013 or so. I think the wash looks a little bit better on it, and at the time it was not something I would buy again on purpose, but when it was $10, I just didn't care. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna open it up. Why not? Let's just pop it open. I'm gonna take these off so I can free up space. Boom. Okay. Let's switch back to my other view here. Boop. There we go. So I've got this Greedo right here. He's actually one of my favorite figures from the line. He is a sleeper hit. He peg-warmed super hard when he first came out. Very hard. Nobody wanted Greedo. And that was because at the time, he just came with this gun, this blaster. That was it. And at the time, that was pretty unheard of for the Black Series. Black Series came off at this whole wave. You had like Han Solo, who came with 2 belts, 2 blasters, a pair of hands. You had Darth Maul and like R2 and stuff for the wave before, but still they came with a bunch of different accessories. And then you got Greedo here, he's got wobbly legs. I'll have to compare that to my original Greedo. I didn't really plan on doing this, but yeah, you've got the Greedo who just comes with a tiny blaster at that. Look at that little thing, such a tiny little blaster. But he looks great. The head sculpt looks fantastic. The paint on him, the outfit, the sculpting. I would have, liked some more modern articulation now if it was a newer figure. Like I would like a deeper look at how shallow these cuts are on this elbow. They should be out at least another quarter of an inch, which would give him a much deeper bend at the elbow. Plus, some like butterfly joints. It's not like he needs it, but it's one of those things where it's nicer when he has it. I also do prefer the newer style legs just because you don't get these unsightly lines, although it's nice that they've colored it to the pegs to match. But when he's just a straight on pose like this, I feel like they look a lot better. But it's got a functional holster. It's got a little blaster. He's 10 McClunkies out of 10 McClunkies if you get my meaning there. Oh, and Dan's here. How's it going, Dan? I bought a Greedo on clearance way before he had been out forever after tons of people told me he was great, and I had to agree with him once I got it. Lots of character, fun figure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Lucas Monster's here. A lot of big hitters are here. What's up, man? Saw Greedo yesterday for $75 Canadian. That's ridiculous. Darth Muzza, same thing happened here in Australia with an online store. You're still owed $200. That sucks, Darth. I don't. It's one of those things that like once the store closes, you're not getting that money unless you can do a chargeback. So I don't know. I really hope that people get some sort of restitution for that, but I think sadly it's just going to be one of those learning experience things, I guess. I also ordered these two. I keep moving my camera. These are the Elite Squad Troopers. They were $10 a piece as well for Dorkside Toys' closing, and I figured these would be good for a giveaway in the future, either on my channel or for my Black Series Cantina podcast. I'm gonna pop this up here, over here. Both. Yeah, what is cool is if I wanted to, I could take the vest off and just kind of have a different looking roadie, and I could paint the other one if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I don't know why I even said that. Like, there's just not a chance that I would ever do that. So let's get into let's get into the thing that pretty much everyone's here for. Crazy Eights 360. Matt Drace is here. Oh, you're the one that I just read the comment for, so that's good. So let's get started here. I'm gonna adjust the light so there's not as much glare, and also so I don't hit myself in the head. That was really, really good. Can we do that? Can we do that? Is that better? That's better. Okay. Profit 920. Hank the Tank's here. Awesome. Yeah, so let's get started here. This is Bix Kayleen. She had a decent part in the show Andor. I actually really loved Andor. Let me know if you liked Andor. I enjoyed it. It's definitely not one of those I want to sit down and watch something actiony kind of thing. It's one of those I want to binge a whole series. Like I've watched. I would compare it. Not really. I would compare it to Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad's probably. I don't know. Like it's been years, and that was a cultural game changer when it came to TV shows. I feel like Andor's following in that footsteps, where it's a lot more serious, serialized. The story's stretched out, and I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not going to be like I'm going to sit down and have fun watching like an episode of The Mandalorian or something, but it's really good, really good. Rob Vanderstol liked it. Almost like, yeah, Rebel's good. I would agree with that. It is slow, and that's one of those things. It's a very slow burn, but I appreciated that. I appreciated working to get to the payoff on each little mini arc. And that's one of the things I liked about the show is it was a little bit like Clone Wars in the sense that Clone Wars would have like a 3 episode arc, or they would do that in later seasons where it's like a 3 episode arc, 3 episode arc, 3 episode arc, and then some sort of culmination. And every season wasn't 100% like that, but it sort of worked itself out like that. So Andor kind of reminded me of that, with a little bit more cohesiveness to it, and I really enjoyed it. I plan on rewatching it not soon, but within a couple months. I wanted to give it some time to settle. I only just watched Book of Boba Fett for the second time after it came out a year ago. You know what? In the last like 6 months, I was like, I don't really like Book of Boba Fett because I heard people repeating that opinion. I just watched it. It's not bad. I don't love it. It's not like my favorite thing in the world, but I enjoyed the watch through. Anyways, Ken Plume also here. Andor is a show that rewards patience. Absolutely. Rogue One universe is my favorite stuff of the post 2015 stuff. I like that, Mac Trace. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Whoop! I just knocked over stuff trying to free Bix from her prison here. So this is the new plastic-free packaging. We're gonna get her out of this paper. One of the things I like about plastic-free packaging, number one, I can't pick what it looks like before I ordered these online. And shout out, I ordered them from Toy Snowman. If he's still watching, go shop from him. He's great. Amir, super cool guy. But I really like that things don't get warped in the packaging. The accessories don't get warped. The figures don't get warped. Because that plastic bubble, the way that it would vacuum form around the figures, really annoying. So you'd have issues like that. Whereas I prefer it this way. Let's see. Is that everything? Does she just come with this data pad? Oh, it's got a little detachable piece. That's fun. I didn't know how that would work. I haven't watched anyone's videos on these. I think like Lance Peter Luke's done videos and stuff like that. I haven't watched anything because I typically don't, because I don't like my opinion being influenced by another influencer. Not that I consider myself an influencer. I just like to form my own opinions as I open these up. But look at this. I have to say, fantastic likeness. Super great. I'm not sure how much I enjoy the disquieting body bag aesthetic when opening figures now. I will say, yeah, that's valid. That is valid. 100%. Just kind of taking a look at the packaging. Really messed up with the deluxe Boba Fett helmet on that. Yes, it did. Exactly. You get really weird things like that where the plastic, the pinched helmets, 100%. So here we got, oh, look at that. That is a fantastic likeness. Lots of great detail. This is a rubber kind of skirt, which is fine. I like this. You know what? Even for people who don't like Andor, what's cool about this character is there's a lot of, for customizers, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of great parts for other figures, like with these gloves and whatnot. I really like this. So she comes with this little like data pad, which has a lot of great paint on it. Look at this. And then it has this little removable thing. Was this a part of the show? Did I miss this? I don't actually remember this. Was this in there? I genuinely don't remember. I'm just gonna go by what it looks like on the box. I'm gonna put this part in her hand. It's a little, the handle's a little on the fragile side, it feels like. Well, bendy side. Maybe not fragile, but bendy, which could be fragile, if that makes sense. Also, does not like to stay in her hand. Nope, look at that. Did not want to stay in her hand at all. Let's pull a wrist in there a little bit, and let's try this again. There we go. Okay, it kind of looks like she's holding like a speak and spell. Yeah, Deidre Miro would be a great character. I would buy her Imperial character for sure. I also like this, but yeah, it kind of looks like she's holding like a speak and spell or something. I don't know. I dig it. I dig the character. When they first announced these, I didn't have the attachment to the character. I dig her character a lot now at the end of the show. She still didn't do anything crazy or anything, but I definitely, having been with her for more episodes, I like it. But on the shelf, do I care about having a toy of her? Yes and no. When I was a kid, I would come up with lists of Star Wars figures I would want to see in the Power of the Force 2 line. And I would have some deep cuts on there, like deep cuts that like nobody cares about these characters, but I wanted them because they were in Star Wars. They were in Star Wars, so therefore I wanted them on my shelf. No matter if they were a main character that has tons of screen time, or they were a main character with a blink and you'll miss it, costume change, or a blink and you'll miss it character who's in like the cantina or Jabba's palace for half a second, or maybe not even there unless you have the widescreen version. Like what, Effet Mon? I don't even think you see Effet Mon if you have the original pan and scan version of Return of the Jedi. He's only in Jabba's palace on the edge of a couple frames of the widescreen. But, he's a great character. He's a great looking alien. So it's, I want those. So characters like this, I do want more aliens, but I do, on some level, want every character. Now, we're going to get into Luthen here. Yeah, the torture helmet would have been neat. I don't know how they could have done that around her hair, but that would have been cool for sure. Yeah, I think that's a good call out, guys. Not being toyetic is definitely something I've said on the podcast for sure. Is the you don't have like that Mandalorian spaceman battle kind of thing. Most of the other characters in this wave are very toyetic, and we'll get to it. But I kind of agree. Like even Greedo here, like he's a fun space alien with a gun, and that's it. But he feels more toyetic. But let's go ahead and get Luthen here. I really liked Stellan Skarsgård's character in the show. He was definitely a highlight. Multiple fantastic speeches. Just that his cool ship with a lightsaber blaster coming out of it. Like, the figure also has a lot of weight to it. This has a ton of weight to this figure. One of the fun things so I got these from Toy Snowman, and he's not paying me to say this, by the way, although he did give me a good deal on the figures. I still paid for them, but like I didn't pay as much as I would have. I'm just being transparent about that. But you know what? In the future, I'll probably still order from him. Not only does Canada, weirdly enough, been getting things super early. I'm trying not to cut towards myself, but I'm doing a bad job of that, trying to get this tape off. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I got all of these from Toy Snowman, well, obviously because they came in the same box. But Canada's been getting stuff way early, and even though it's coming from Canada, like a different country, on the East Coast, Montreal's on the East Coast. I'm in California on the West Coast. They came in like a week, which was just surprising to me because I was expecting longer, to be honest. So I didn't expect it to be here this soon. These were my first new figures of 2023. There we go. My second new figure of 2023 was this credit collection Boba Fett from Walmart. Just in case anyone's curious. Let's get him out of there. We'll stuff that paper back in there. And we will get his blaster. I think he comes with a blaster and a knife, which is neat because, oh, yeah, he does come with a knife. I feel like a lot of characters should have come with knives and they didn't. So it's nice when we finally get a character that should come with a knife and does. I'm looking at you, Paz Vizsla. I was trying to think of one off the top of my head who should have come with a knife but didn't. Yeah, it was really cool visiting Snowman's store. Really cool store. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about a deeper elbow cut. So, well, this is a little crazy, but let's look at Bix Kayleen here. So look how long that elbow cut is versus his. I guess it's about the same now that I think about it. Maybe this is a bad example. Maybe this is a bad example. No, but hers still has a little bit better bend, whereas that elbow cut would have come in with a better bend. This one though, look at how deep this elbow cut is, and that's to give it a really good bend on this very thick coat. Now you know what's weird. I feel like, is that what that looked like? Was the cut on the front of his hands? I feel like this should be the back of the coat, but this is definitely constructed so that's the front. Like, it's not like they switched them, but when you have the elbows up, that looks weird. Like, it looks like it's defying gravity because the cuffs are flared out up instead of down. It also looks like it should have something painted there, but whatever. We have, look at that. Look at that Stellan Skarsgård. That's a fantastic likeness, though. Look at that. You know, it's weird. This is the second, like, we don't have a lot of old dudes in the line right now. We need more. We need a Palpatine or two. Yeah, he's just an old one. We have Stellan Skarsgård, and we have what's the guy's name from the Mandalorian, the client. I can't remember the actual person's name right now. He's the documentary guy. Why can't I remember his name? I don't even have my phone to look it up. I'm sure someone will tell me. So what do we got here? We have a little baton that turns into it's like a corkscrew knife shiv kind of thing. Like, it's got a little corkscrew to it. Is there a place to store it, though? That's my problem with that. He does have cool suspenders. You're absolutely right. Werner Herzog. Thank you, Rob. Werner Herzog. So I'm gonna have like him and Werner Herzog just kind of hanging out on my shelf together. Is the old white foreign dude kind of situation. He's got a nice cut here at the upper thigh, kind of like how I guess Boba Fett, the throne room Boba Fett, and Ahsoka Tano's, when they have baggy clothing, they can actually get some decent range of motion here because the baggy pants. He has like hammer pants on. The baggy pants sort of hide a lot of those folds better. So, anyways, he comes with a blaster, which is great. But yeah, no holsters whatsoever. Like, there's nothing. I was hoping maybe like you could put something up his sleeve or something, but nope. That's one kind of knock against this. He does have butterfly joints, which is really nice, like decent butterfly joints. But let's get his blaster in his hand. I would, weirdly enough, now that I have this version of the character, I wouldn't mind the shopkeeper version when he has the wig on and stuff. Hey, Darth Muzza, thanks for hanging out. I'm just gonna put this whole thing in his hand because I don't like accessories just hanging out. So he's gonna be holding the sheath of the knife, I suppose. But yeah, I really do wish that you could put that knife somewhere. That's kind of bugging me. Got that old man booty right there. Yeah, he's good though. He looks good. Definitely was the character I was kind of looking forward to the most, but because of that, I'm a little disappointed. I actually think Bix is a cooler toy than he is, because at least she can't store her data pad anywhere, but at the very least, it's got a cool thing where it comes apart that I wasn't expecting. So that's neat. You just think of Deep Blue Sea. That's a good call. All right. So let's talk about Mon Mothma here. That's the next one. Mon Mothma, kind of a like I want Mon Mothma characters, but the problem with Mon Mothma is like, what does she come with? She really should have come with some kind of glass, like a champagne flute or something. Like if what's Bib Fortuna can come with cups. If they're yeah, she doesn't have any accessories. That's right. So she wouldn't have an extra bag. If Bib Fortuna can come with cups, if the Cantina Showdown set can come with cups, I feel like she should have come with cups too, or at the very least, like if not a champagne flute, just the same cups. Like just give her the same cups. That way you could be like, yeah, she comes with cups too because she's a drinker. Whatever. She's throwing another party. But I do want a Mon Mothma figure because she is an integral part of the Rebel Alliance, putting it together. And if we're not going to get a Return of the Jedi one, I wouldn't mind having one from Andor because she was explicit. I'm looking up. I always feels weird looking up her dress, but I'm looking to see what her leg construction looks like. She needs a list of dead Bothans. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Her character in Andor is great. Now, she has a lot of really good paint apps on here to sort of make up for having no accessories. Like, this is all rubber. There's layers of rubber. Because of that, I'm sure underneath, there's articulation at the waist and stuff. Like, we get a little bit of it. There's a little bit of it there, but because of that rubber, there's really not anything going on, which kind of sucks. Does she have? I don't think she has butterfly joints. I think that's just the joint wiggling with the peg. I don't see any butterfly joints inside. She does have a nice deep bend at the elbow, but again, because these are all molded, you have this weird issue where her wrists are the sleeves are kind of floating up, which is not what that should look like, but I get it. I think that this would have been cool with some soft goods, at least down here. Maybe not this, but I think this would have been cooler with soft goods, but I get because they wanted the different material look here, because this is sort of ridged versus the smooth here. I don't know, but they could have put maybe another piece on top of smooth, especially because she doesn't come with anything. Her likeness to Genevieve O'Reilly is fantastic. Perceptor is absolutely correct. If you're going to fight the Empire, you need the occasional drink, that's for sure. But look at that face. That's fantastic. Love this. She is basically just a statue, though. So she's not going to be winning any awards. Let's be honest here. And she never was. What award would Mon Mothma win? I don't know. A nice collection of big sleeves. So we do. We have the big sleeve collection going on right here. Keith Sink is hanging out on Twitch. So if you see me responding to Keith Sink here, he's got a little bit of a different symbol down there. It's because I'm also streaming live on my Twitch channel as well as my YouTube channel. So if I'm talking to people, you don't see comments, that's what's going on there. Isn't her douchey husband her accessory? I would have loved a 2-pack. Honestly, I really would have loved a 2-pack. A 3-pack. Give us the whole family. I would have paid money to get... I mean, they wouldn't have to have accessories. Give me this one, her husband, and their kid. I would have loved that, to be honest. They should pick the less desirable characters with useful accessories like cups and credits or whatever. Exactly. That's a great point, Sam. Fantastic point. They should have used these less desirable figures and given us just like world building accessories would have been really, really cool. So that's that. Now that's it for Andor. I didn't get the Andor with this because I got the Andor with the 2-pack with the B2 Emo. B2 Emo being hands down the best character from the show. Her dignity is an accessory. Is a good call out, Keith. Absolutely. I would buy Senator Jar Jar, and the best dressed statue is 100% accurate. And then Keith here for coming from Twitch with her dignity is an accessory, absolutely. But I do love this B2 emo figure that came with the deluxe. So it's not a deluxe. It's like the convention exclusive version of Andor, because he folds up. I love that they gave that. He doesn't have wheels or anything, which I got a comment on my top 10 video of someone complaining that he didn't come with wheels. I kind of get that, but at the same time, like, these are sculpted like tread wheels. I'm okay they don't move. Like, I'm not going to sit here and roll it back and forth. I'd prefer it to look more accurate than play accurate, if that makes sense. Like, I don't care that he doesn't have wheels, but I'm also not the end all be all of what things should come with. I'm just giving my opinion. What I do love about this Andor figure is I love that he comes with this blaster. This is Kyle Katarn's blaster. And I love me some Dark Forces, Kyle Katarn. This is was the Briar blaster or whatever that you start off the game with. And I love that. So I didn't get the box of it because I already had him and I just didn't feel like getting the same character again. We Matt Drace, whether it's Obi-Wan, Revenge of the Sith, anything, I need a Jimmy Smits character. Like, just absolutely need a Jimmy Smits character. Yeah, I purposely pushed mine to the later end of the day so that people could recover from the Out of the Basement one. They do one every Sunday. I usually stream every Saturday. Not every Saturday. The first Saturday of every month is what I usually stream, and that was yesterday. But then yesterday just kind of got away from me. So let's get into the next one. We're done with Andor. We're moving on to the Mandalorian. I'm starting off with the one that I don't super care about. The Cassian figure is fantastic. Of the four Andor figures that came out in this wave, the Cassian is the coolest. I think now that I've opened them, I'm going to rate them Cassian, Bix, Stellan, and Mon Mothma. But that being said, it's not like I dislike any of these. I wish Mon Mothma came with stuff, anything, literally anything. And her articulation is hindered by her looks, but her looks are really good, so kind of balances that out. Stellan comes with some cool stuff. I wish he could just store it. Like, he has all these folds. He has his big coat. He's got so many potential pockets, and they didn't give him any place to store his stuff. But I really like Bix a lot. I like her more than I thought I would. Anyways, I don't think that Cassian came with any place to store his blaster either. What the heck? Hasbro, what the heck? Give them places to store give them holsters. This is so stupid. Like, it's 2020. Well, it's 2023. Like, they should have a place to store their blasters. But let's take a look at Din Djarin from Morak here. I purposefully snagged my build-up Din Djarin so that we could compare the face. And if this face is better, I might replace my the head on my Din Djarin. I don't know if they'll fit. We'll see. We'll see. But we got. Gonna pull that down there, and we're gonna pull the accessories out. Let's like a whole box thing in here. Let's see what's going on with that. So it's see, that's cool. This is actually really cool. So to protect the helmet, they put the helmet in a nice little box. I like that. As opposed to the helmet's getting pinched, and they put the blaster in the helmet as well. So convenient. Every time I say convenient like that, I just think of the line when Luke and Han were on the skiff, and it goes, "I was born here, you know." And then Han says, "You're gonna die here, you know." Convenient. Like, every time, that's all I hear. Convenient. Anyways, let's see what this head sculpt looks like. And Miss Clown 1, I also really like the packaging a lot. I really do like this new packaging. It feels better to open up than the plastic bubbles did, and everything's pretty well protected. So I get the inbox collectors to a point where you don't see your figures anymore, and if you don't open your figures up, that can be kind of an issue because you can't really see them. But I only have so much sympathy for them because you should just open up your figures. So he is stiff. He's super stiff. We gotta work him out. Yeah, I don't think so. Here's the thing about this guy. They should have retooled the arms a little better. He also should technically have, I think, forearm armor, or at least he started off with forearm armor. I specifically remember it breaking when they were fighting, the forearm armor specifically. I mean, this could just be the version after that armor broke, but yeah, I don't think he should have this red. I don't think, and I think he should have the armor, but I mean, let's be honest. That's not what we're doing here. We're looking at the difference between these two figures here. Come on, focus. I don't think either of them look very good, to be honest. He also, I don't know, like mine wants to lean forward weirdly. Like he's just kind of got this like weird forward lean going on. Like he's got Lewy body syndrome. Anyways, so we're just gonna pop that helmet on. He's gonna stand next to Miggs Mayfeld on my Imperial shelf. That's what's gonna happen. He does come with the little blaster, and he does come with a little holster for the blaster. So at least there's that. Unlike the Andor figures, Din can holster his blaster, which is nice, just like so. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the head's better. The head's better. I don't know. I just don't think it's great. I feel like they're both missing something. And it's the same thing with like Luke Skywalker. It's really, I feel like it's really hard for Hasbro specifically to get a good Luke Skywalker. But you can tell we got the older legs still. We do have some decent arm articulation, which is nice. I'm going to have to research what it looks like. I didn't notice this red thing here. But if you say you shouldn't have it, hey, Rob, thanks for hanging out. Oh, I didn't even see the spam. Thanks. I'll get rid of that. Hope you have fun with the spam bot. Latest Peter Luke is here. Agreed. The TVC head looks great. This one's an improvement. I still feel like it's missing something. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I did order Commander Oppo from AliExpress. Yeah, that's why I said I don't definitively remember, so I'll have to do some research, and I'm not going to do it live here because that's pretty boring to watch me do research on here. So this is not a review of these. I'm just giving kind of first impressions. And my plan is though to actually do a full review of these figures individually. So if you are a fan of me doing that, anyway, there's Land Speeder Luke. I see it. Yeah, he's exactly, Dan. He's the new Mark Hamill with a face that is impossible to capture in plastic. Yeah. All right, Ionicus, thanks for hanging out too. Cool. So, That's the Din Djarin. I've been holding off on doing this one, but this is the one I'm most excited for. So we're gonna pop this open. Now I can't not talk about the Rancor. So bear with me here. This is the new mold of Luke Skywalker that was actually announced back with the Rancor. It was going to be the last tier of the Rancor stretch tiers. Basically, the version that we're going to get with the 40th anniversary Luke Skywalker. Speaking of Mark Hamill head, Dan, but well, I'm kind of surprised it's just in this and not in like a cardboard protector. Anyways, so this figure, while specifically wasn't pipelined until relatively recently, we've known about it since the Rancor back in 2020. Because they said they were going to do it anyway, even if the Rancor didn't fund or if the tier didn't release. So we have the Skywalker Imperial Light Cruiser. It really rolls off the tongue. But all new body. We have a nice cape. Super nice cape, actually. But this is the entire new body here. Very indicative of Jabba's palace Luke, although he comes with the gloved hand, which Luke Skywalker did not have in Jabba's palace, because he didn't put it on until he got shot in the hand on the sail barge. I feel like the torso's a little long. I feel like it's a little long here. But the face is just a weird expression on that face. It's a very yes, exactly what I was gonna say. It's a very stoic, plasticky expression, which I feel like is exactly what he looked like in the Mandalorian / Book of Boba Fett. They finally figured out how to get a good likeness of Luke, and that is use the CGI likeness of Luke. But yeah, he's got butterfly joints. He's got the new knees, new legs, new arms, super deep cuts. He's got the lightsaber here. Very vivid. How's it going, James? I'm glad you watched my videos. Thanks for hanging out. So I don't know if this one will be the same as the one on the Return of the Jedi back, or if they're going to tweak this to make it more of like the final duel against Vader. I thought that they were going to make it more like the final duel version. At least I'm hoping they are. The lightsaber fits pretty well, hanging on his belt, just in case anyone's curious. So DJ Ronan just checked, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Sorry you felt lonely on Twitch. DJ Ronan checked. The Mando has the red armband. Migs does not have a red armband. So this Mando is proper. See, I don't necessarily think that the figures have to be exclusive for them to be interesting. A lot of people care more about the packaging for stuff like that, especially if they're not exclusive. What's interesting about that is the kind of packaging it came with, and it was going to have exclusive packaging for Power of the Force. And while I don't care about that, if I knew I was going to get the figures in the regular line, I would have sold them to people that did care about the packaging and recouped some of the money. So I just don't think that that's a good excuse, a decent excuse. Like there were easy ways to reason yourself out of that, I guess. I do like this is a nice short stubby pin, so you don't have to worry about having it be too hard or easy to break out. That's what I thought it was, Perceptor. I thought it was the final duel. I don't want to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure it's the final duel. So this kind of works for a Jabba the Hutt palace. And, you know, if you change the handout, but it's also the Mando. And you know what? This is a good figure. This is a really good, like the posing that you can do is super nice. I'm really impressed with what this looks like. Is he as tall? Well, let's hold on. I should have done this. I didn't think about this. Let me go grab the other. All right. So this is the first Jedi duel Luke. He is pretty much the same height, maybe just a scotch shorter, but pretty much the same height. And then I got the it's the same body, but you can see this kind of with the original version of the Jedi Knight Jabba's Palace Luke. Yeah, this one, oh, there's not even a question. This one's so much better. Maybe not the head. Maybe, I don't know. The head's tough, but the body is ridiculously good, which is, it just, that sounds weird to say, but true. But what we could do, if we want to, we could put the brown robe. We could put the brown robe on this one, so you can make it more Jabba if you want. Are the heads swappable? Not without heating up. It's not easily popping out. You might be able to do it. This one, I think the head should come off no problem if you ever wanted to, because it's the older style head. And this one should be the same. My bet is, since these are older style figures, because this is a figure, the body of this figure, because the body of this figure and this figure are the exact same. They just put a rubber vest over it. These are from 2014. So they're pretty old, which means they probably have the older peg style head. Whereas this one's got the newer style. So I don't think they'll be swappable. So in most of Jabba's palace, Luke Skywalker didn't have a glove on. He didn't have a glove on until he got shot in the hand, and he actually didn't put the glove on until he was in the X-wing. So that's the main difference between this. I guess the belt's also different. Like, he doesn't have a belt on like this, where he does like this. This belt is more reminiscent of his of the Jedi dual belt. In fact, it's pretty. They did a good job of recreating it. It's not the exact same, but it's very similar. As far as the hand goes, like, can you swap it out? Probably. I don't want to really get into like tearing my figures apart live on camera, because I do like to heat them up before I pop those out, because I don't want to break anything. Definitely gonna have some pictures going with this guy and the my dark troopers for sure. I feel like the hood's a little big. I think they had it folded in on itself. Is that what they did when I first got it? That's one of the problems with soft goods. Is they don't hang right. There's not enough weight to them. So it's really hard to get it to look, unless they put a wire in here, but Hasbro's not gonna do that. Hasbro's too cheap to do that. And they would pass the cost on to us if they did it, which, you know what? Honestly, now that I say that, I'd pay for it. Now I'm really hoping they just retool this DJ Ronin into the into this version of Luke Skywalker. If they did that, I think we wouldn't have to worry about archive. I wouldn't want them to archive. They should not archive this body, either of these. This figure is so old. They should just retire this body completely and just use this. This actual figure is way better. The Andor Luke uses the same body as this, which again, super old. I guess I could go get it. So here we have, we essentially have 4 versions of the same Luke here. But yeah, he's got, let me get that off there. So he's got his belt. The head actually, let's get the head out. I don't think I've taken the head off since getting the figure. This might be one of the better Luke Skywalker faces, to be honest. But the body itself, like this body right here is just this body. Even down to, because I can take we can take this off. Even down to the removable flap. Although, did they glue it on? I think they might have glued it on. Yeah, so they glued the chest piece on, so you can't remove it. But this one, the chest piece is removable, and you can have the folded up version if you want to, which is actually a really cool idea. I actually really liked that option for them to display this as, you know, the final duel or just kind of going into it with this flap up or down. It's a really small detail, but it's cool that Hasbro gave us an entirely different chest piece to swap out for that. So both of these figures have that same removable chest piece. This one is just glued on. This is the Andor one. I'll fix that later. And then this one's not removable with the Jabba's Palace. They're all about the same height. Let's see if Luke Skywalker had a growth spurt since being an X-Wing pilot. Nope, about the same height. Maybe a little taller, but mostly about the same height. But Luke's Mark Hamill's a short dude. Luke was a short dude. You know, he's a little short for a stormtrooper. All right, I got like 100 Luke Skywalkers on my shelf, or on my desk right now. All right, let's see. Eli, what's up? How's it going? I'm just checking to see. Linda Borum is here. How's it going? Happy New Year from you, and hope that you and your family are doing good. Yeah, we are doing good. I think I had labeled which Luke was which, but if you missed that, let me know. I didn't see your comment until then. Let's see here. This is the HK87. This is one of the ones I was looking forward to a lot. He's thick. All right. So he's got, looks like just a standard droid blaster. Just kind of seeing it through the packaging. Oh, it's a little different. Oh, I like that. That's a new blaster. We have not had this mold specifically before, so that's neat. Yeah, I hope he stands too. Let's see. Let's see if he stands. But before we try to see if he stands, I just want to take a look at him. First of all, I absolutely love the use of the soft goods here. I think the soft goods look fantastic. I really do. We got some skinny legs, though. That's for sure. New molding, as far as I can tell. I don't think they've used these. These are very skinny legs, though. Like, super skinny legs. Theoretically, they went through 40 iterations of HK since the Old Republic. Very true. Very true. I like the kind of cabling around there. I love the helmet. Love that helmet. Does it look like... What I'm going to do... yeah, we got butterfly joints, which is really nice. Probably the same on this end, but it's covered in the robe, so you can't see it. Let's go ahead and get... Yeah, I thought this was just going to be a droid blaster from the prequels, but it's not. It's new. I like the shiny metal painting on the inside right there. What's up, Brian Blue Thunder? Lack of sleep near. That's funny. Theoretically, yeah, that's really funny. I didn't saw your name. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand him up in just kind of a vanilla pose. Nothing crazy. And we'll see if he falls over on his own. I'll know, if I've hit the desk and caused him to fall, that's going to be on me. But if he just falls on his own, we'll see. And while we're waiting for that, we'll look at the last figure in the wave, Cal Kestis. I'm very much looking forward to the next game. I've played through Jedi Fallen Order 3 times on 3 different difficulty levels. I haven't done Grandmaster yet, but I've beat the game on the easiest or the... Okay, I just bumped the desk. Did not fall, just in case anyone's curious. I've played the game on a bunch of different difficulties. I don't remember exactly which ones, but not... I've done, I think, Jedi Knight, but not Jedi Master or Grand Jedi Master, whatever the highest one is. I really like it. I've pretty much got the game memorized now in terms of, where all the hidden power-ups and stuff are and all the different upgrades. Looks like we got BD. And a little pouch. That's an interesting way to store him, I guess, but it works. So are we Fortniting while waiting for Fallen Order? Heck no. I have nothing against people that play Fortnite, but I will never be one of them. It's just not my thing. I don't like playing online games with people. I know it sounds weird, but like I bought Star Wars, what is it, Battlefront. I played the original ones way back in the day. I got the new ones. I just, even people that I know, like Zach and Lance Peter Luke and stuff, they want me to play with them, and I don't know. When I play video games, I like to solo play. I like to play at my own pace. I like to go at my own. If I want to go back and spend 30 minutes looking at something or for something, I like to do all that. I don't like feeling like I'm holding someone up or anything weird like that. Hold on. Is he supposed to come with a blaster? Yes, he is. Did I miss it? I did. It's in here. I see it. I see it. The orange, it's an alternate suit that they went with. I think it looks fine. It's definitely not my favorite suit from the game. I would have chosen literally any other color version. Yeah, I don't know why they went with that. I will say though, this this might be the best figure from the wave. This is really good. I think I don't know how good the head is. If I remember right, looking at the previews, I'm pretty sure he's got scars on his face now. Do a standoff. That's actually not a bad idea, Ulysses. See how like who's the last one standing? So we've got this nice little blaster that fits in a holster, which is really good. We've got, looks like he's got a modified version of his Masters. Well, of course he does. But, you know, it's kind of weird because there's like 4 or 5 different lightsaber variants you can get in the game, including you can do the one from like, I built mine from Disney, the Disneyland one that I built. So you could do stuff like that. I don't love the holster sort of gets in the way. So I guess you can have his hand resting on the holster. I don't love how they have the lightsaber hanging on this little peg right here, although it looks like it's pretty sturdy. I just feel like when, I don't know if you can see this on camera, when the holster part is right in the middle like that, it makes it really hard to sit flush against the character versus, where's the new Luke Skywalker? Here he is. These, when they moved the lightsaber to the side like this, when you put it on, it sits a lot more flush. Obviously, don't worry about that. But the lightsaber sits more flush against the body because the thing holding it to the holster is on that side. So, not a huge fan of that, but it's good. I do wish he came with different lightsaber blade colors. I guess, you know, maybe blue is his canonical color, but in the game, again, one of the things you can do is have a bunch of different lightsaber blade colors. And it would be cool if you could just sort of make it your own. Let's see. If I can get him in a good pose. See. There we are. Yeah, we can get him a decent pose here. One of the weird things, so we still got BD1, and this is, as far as I can tell, the exact same BD1 as the one that the original one came with, the original Cal. I guess before we move on with it, I'm glad that we don't have to pay extra, like a deluxe price, for him coming with a BD1. But my disappointment, there's still not a spot to put him on his back. Is that not going to be a thing in the game? Or, I don't know, you'd think that they would give him a spot to stand. Like in the orange suit one, there's a little peg in the suit that you can stick the foot in. In the original one, he had a little kind of tubing back here that you could turn the body around and kind of shove the foot underneath, and that could work. But like, this is attached, so there's no way to get under there, and that kind of sucks. You'd think that there would be a nice way to have BD1 right on his shoulder. Yeah. Man. Okay. All right. So let me get these extra 100 Lukes out of the way here real quick. Let's put these in some kind of order. Let's rate these just based on my initial thoughts here. My least favorite, probably going to be Mon Mothma. I love her. She looks great, but she's got no articulation and she doesn't come with anything. So that's pretty easy. Second, I think I'm gonna put Mandalorian. We're gonna go this way. The Din Djarin, just because he's, the head's not as good as I want, and the rest of the body is literally just reuse. I'm gonna count him as part of the wave, even though I didn't buy him as part of this. Next, I think we're gonna put the Stellan Skarsgård. We're gonna move these off here. Or Luthen Rael, I guess. He's not as good as I thought he was gonna be. I wish he had some place to put his weapons. Then Bix is going to be after that. I actually like Bix a lot more than I thought I would. And that's saying something. I really like Bix a lot. So, of the Andor figures in this wave that aren't Andor, I like Bix. And then, of course, Andor is going to be next here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then... Oof, this is where it gets tough. So I think I'm going to put this HK87 here. He's real good though. And then I think Luke is going to go here. And then I think I really like the way he looks. I wish, I guess I'll center these. It's a real hard tie between Luke and Cal here. Cal, I wish there was more paint or detailing on the lightsaber, but the detailing and material on the actual character looks so good. The only drawback to that is I just wish that there was some place to have BD go for a ride along. But that being said, everything else is great. The Luke, it's that likeness. I'm not going to argue that it doesn't look like Luke, but it definitely, it could be better. It could, but it's not terrible. But the figure itself is so good. Like the posability of this figure is great. I feel like maybe the arms are a little long compared to the rest of the body. Maybe. But yeah, every figure in this wave at least looks good. Some of them, I would say, especially on the Andor side down here, are probably not going to be popular. They're probably going to peg warm because they don't appeal to like the mass person. The person that wants these are those diehard Andor fans that also collect Black Series. And maybe not even all of those. So it's going to be pretty tough for them. But you know what? I will say this about her. She stands really well, which is good because she's a traffic cone. But at least she stands well. And who doesn't stand well is Din Djarin here. There we go. Let's get this going. Stand these up. So, stand off. See who stands the longest of all of them. Yeah, Matt, that's the... Ken, I'm not going to customize any of them. I don't really like to customize my toys. I leave that for other people. I'm more of a... I like to get them and display them and think of the cool ways that other people can customize them. But I'm pretty boring and vanilla when it comes to my own toys. There we go. So So we're going to put Cal there, and we're going to see how long they last standing up. I think Luthen has already fallen back, despite only having been stood up 3 seconds ago. So, good. Awesome. That's that. And now I might lose a lot of people, but I have other things that aren't Star Wars to open, in case anyone's curious. I did get this. This is the armored version of the Last Ronin from NECA. So I just got him in the mail. I ordered him. He came in stock on Big Bad Toy Store. And then I shipped him out just at the end of last year. He just got here. So unfortunately, he's not going to be valid for any of my top 10 lists this year, which sucks because I have a feeling he's going to be great. But I really, really wanted this figure. I also had the unarmored version on pre-order. I canceled it. I just decided I didn't need multiple versions of the same character, especially since they announced other turtles from this line. And I guess, spoiler alert, this is Michelangelo. So we're going to get a Donatello and a Leonardo and a Raphael. But the storyline is Michelangelo here is the last turtle left in the story. Let's get all these out. Got some hands. Got a little claw with a rope. I hate stuff like this. I hate it when there's a real rope. I don't know. I really do. I don't mind real chains like these nunchucks, but ropes always kind of get me. I got some throwing stars. That's neat. And looks maybe like a smoke bomb or something. And of course, a sign. And maybe some goggles that just went. There we go. And then an alternate head. They really got that IDW look down. "35 minutes of opening and still counting." Yeah. You're a little behind then, because I'm at like an hour and a half of this unboxing. Let's see. Oh, he's got like a bunch of stuff back here. Look at this. Okay. How do I want to get with this? How do I want to... Let's see if I can... I can't get the snippers down in there. There we go. That's easy enough. Okay. There we go. Just trying to get it. I'm trying to get the plastic without getting the figure. There we are. And I got one more. There we go. There we are. Nice and easy. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Oh, did I miss one? No. All right, there we go. Okay. Woo! Woo-wee! Okay, so we have the Last Ronin turtle. He's got some spots back here for storing his weapons. Trying to decide, does that go? This is why I think figures should come with instructions. Did he come with instructions about where to put what where? Because I don't want to like put something through a hole that's too big and break it, but also I don't know. I want to put things in the right spots. So I think the bow staff. Like that doesn't look right, but it definitely can't go past that. But like this, I think is too big. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's how that's supposed to look. Pull a ring on his back and he says "Cowabunga." Yeah. Let's see here. Like that's way too. It's like maybe something like that. I don't know. And he's got you're like there for the sai. Nunchucks. There's spots back here for the nunchucks, maybe. Or probably go together and both fit. In there. It's like I don't like that. I don't know, like I feel like that's too loose, but the small one's too big. If that makes sense. Like I feel like if that is supposed to go in there. There we go. I guess that is a good fit. Like that. But then I feel like that's too thin. Maybe not. All right. We'll just go down that way. And there we go. So it's just kind of hanging off there. That's another thing I don't like string. And if that ever gets untied, I'm never going to tie that back. I'm never going to be able to tie a knot that small. I don't even know what this one's for. Like, what's that one for? Is that for this little ball, maybe? The little smoke ball? Nope. Is that what this one's for? Does this go back here, maybe? And then this one's for the little ball? Nope. Yeah, not entirely sure. And again, it'd be really cool if they gave us some kind of instructions so I could know. I guess I can go look at pictures online. And we'll put come on. This head thing does not want to go. The bandana piece does not want to go in there. So let's decapitate Michelangelo here real quick and then see if I can. There we go. But it's cool, I guess, that you could take it off because the hood goes into the back of the head. Yeah, I can already kind of tell that, Lazy Jawa. The articulation isn't super great. But, I mean, it's not bad. I guess it's about as good as any other NECA figure. Like, I don't really look at NECA for articulation. I've never put any NECA figures into any kind of crazy poses. There we go. So it comes with different fists. Let's take a look at these fists. We have an open fist, or open hand. We have, I think that's his sai hand. I'm always kind of worried about how to get the sai in there without breaking it. Or maybe is that one it? No, one of these is the Psy hand because it's on the thing. Maybe it's this one. I'm always a little wary about this because I broke the side. Whose side did I break? It was obviously it was Raphael's, but I think it was the turtle, the Batman DC turtles. I broke his side trying to get it to fit in the hand like this, and it's supposed to, like they make the hand to hold the side like this, it's on the box and everything. But it's really hard. Lazy Jawa, I do not collect any Action Force stuff. It looks good. It's just, I don't know. For me, on something like that, I just really need that nostalgic connection to it. So, G.I. Joe's got my fun, cool war toy thing going on. There we go. So I got the... trying to put the Psy in there. That will not work. It doesn't have a Psy for a hand. All right. And then what? We have an open hand. We can maybe just put the throwing stars too small. Guess we can do this thing. A little Tonfa. It's a beefy looking Tonfa. Maybe we'll just give him an open hand. Oh. Art G, how's it going? Well, that's my other problem, Lazy Jawa, is I've got so many G.I. Joes. I don't have enough space for the Joes I've got. So adding in like another line to go along with them it's not gonna help things. There we go. So he's good. I like him. I just wish that there was instructions so I knew kind of what to do with him. But I want to give him his alternate head. Oh, that's a good idea. Black twist tie. There we go. Give him that open mouth screaming face there. The only NECA figures I collect are turtles. And honestly, I'm slowing down on them. I feel like I've got the figures I need. But when they're doing comic stuff, I might have to get the turtles. Like the upcoming like big thick turtles. I like those. I might have to get the turtles that are like this from the Last Ronin comic. I do dig this. I dig this a lot. I'm also getting the movie Monster Turtles. They're going over here to the side. I'm going to record at some point on some day. I'm going to record a walkthrough, but I just feel I keep telling myself not until I've got the toy room done. But I've lived here for a year and a half now, and I still don't have the toy room done. It's kind of weird. Movie Monster Mikey is easily the best Mikey, hands down, not even a question. Absolutely true. I'm out of things to open up. But I figured we could have a chat. And I could talk about some of the stuff I got for Christmas. So, I got this big bad boy for Christmas. This Megatron. And, look at it. Look at this. This is crazy. I love this. He has like drop down hips so that you can like kick his feet out way far. I don't know. Like, this is a great figure. So what this is from a company called like Monocrat, and what it is what if Megatron, but the movie line, like the Bumblebee movies. So it's a third-party Transformer. Not official, so don't tell anyone. It doesn't have a Decepticon logo, but I've got Decepticon logos on order from Toy Hax. I haven't gotten them in yet, but I just got a shipment in from Toy Hax for my Holiday Edition Optimus Prime. So I also can do that. So yeah, this guy's a little expensive. I got him for Christmas, and that's pretty much the only way I could really get him. Is he's a Christmas character. He's a Christmas figure. I also got for Christmas. These are the only toys I got for Christmas. I also got some video games, but I got the Magic Square version 2 Optimus Prime, the masterpiece scaled out Optimus Prime. So they're not in scale with each other because that's way too small, way too big. This is a much larger scale, but still looks great. This figure, super, super nice. Video games that I got what, Pokemon Violet? I got God of War Ragnarok. I got one more. Oh, I got the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. So I've been playing Ragnarok and Pokemon Violet is mostly what I've been doing. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do. I'm good continuing on for the people that want to keep watching. I'm done unboxing toys. But do you want me to transform this? Do you want me to transform this? Or do you want me to chat with you while I put stickers on this? I'm just going to let people decide. I'm also very thirsty. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I will. The Magnificent Mecha Optimus Prime is, from what I can tell, what scales with this the best. That's on my list of things to get. It looks fantastic. But you know what I just realized? You guys can come with me into my toy room. Hold on. I'll probably transform Megatron first for the people asking. But hold on. Let me... look at this. Let's take a look. So this is my newest addition right here. I bought a lamp. And underneath, I've got some Mythic Legions. I've got some G.I. Joes. And I got my Victory Saber down there at the bottom. Up here at the top, I got some Ninja Turtles all the way down. Different iterations of Ninja Turtles. I think these new spring figures, whatever, the Fury toys, they're going to come out right here. I took these guys who were up there, and Leo just fell back. They were up here, but I think I put them down here. I scaled back. These were where all my Ninja Turtles were. Now I've got some holiday figures, which I'll probably take off now that Christmas is over. I don't know what I'll put here. There's my moose with Santa Claus. Down here I've got more Mythic Legions. I've got my Cobra. These are all my Cobras. Looks like Tomax, Andor, Zima. I don't know which one is which. Fell over back there. And then I've got my Joes down here. I need to work on the Transformers. I'm not happy with any of these shelves for Transformers. This one I'm actually pretty happy with. And Megatron usually sits right here. He comes up to about there. Up here I got my Optimus Prime shelf. Then I've got my Dinobot Masterpiece shelf. I'm not happy with it either because you can't see the ones in the back, but I can't find risers that work well enough for just those. I've got some, again, I don't like how any of this looks. I need to figure out a better solution for my Transformers, and I think some of them are going to go on the other shelf over here. I'll get to there. These are all up here. I've got just some big toys. I got gargoyles. I got some like Transformers. I got my the TIE Fighter back there. A random Voltron in there. Here are my Black Series, all my Empire, which getting way overcrowded. This is just an odds and ends shelf of things that I like. Little Mando, one-off characters, Rebels. Down here I've got like prequel stuff and some more Mandos. Down here I've got things like Obi-Wan, Rogue One, Solo. And then these are kind of my neglected shelves because they're always in the corner. These all just fell down today. Otherwise they're usually up, but you know, California, things happen. This is my first order shelf. Weirdly enough, I think it's the red one back there that keeps falling, because like nothing else really fell, which is weird. Then I've got the I think this is my Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi shelf. These are my friend David Smith made me these displays, and I've got the Cantina back there, and then my sequel trilogy. I do like the sequel trilogy, but I had to put them somewhere. My cat likes to come back here and she messes them all up, and it's really annoying. So it's really annoying to keep picking them back up. I've got some random like these little Vaders up here. I've got my Kenner collection figures. I've got droids. I've got I don't know, odds and ends stuff. Got some troopers down in there. Let's turn on my just odds and ends, things that I don't have. This way, it's not done. I just did. These are my X-Men's. X-Men's and some Power Rangers. I really toned down my Power Rangers. This whole shelf up here was Power Rangers, and I just put them all away. I just got the regular Mighty Morphin. And I got Spider-Man back in there. I really love that Spider-Man, and then that was on Dan's top 10 list. If you haven't watched that, I got my Power Ranger Ninja Turtles. I got my Mii. I got my Piccolo. Got some Gundams, and then again, these are just kind of I haven't figured out what to put on those shelves. And then here I've got He-Mans. I've got the Lego Optimus that I just built, as well as the some Megazord. What is it? It was a Soul of Chogokin Megazord, and I got some Masterpiece Seekers down there. Anyways, and then I've got Unicron, and another Unicron, and then Toy Snowman gave me that Warhammer figure, and then I've got what's his face, Brigger. Yeah, Brigger. All right. Boop. All right. Well, that was a fun toy room walkthrough. Did you guys like that? I guess. Yeah, the shelf lamps are really nice. And I want to get one more for my corner over here. They're not very bright, but I think it's the bulbs I'm using because they're LED bulbs that are a little old. Yeah, the turtle's all the way down, Rob. Oh, I meant to get up and get a drink, and then I totally forgot. I got distracted. All right. Yeah, and that's just everything I have on display. So I've got other stuff that's not on display. And it's really hard to choose what to put on display and what not to put on display. So, people wanted me to transform Megatron. So let's transform Megatron while we chat. Thankfully, he's actually not a hard transformation. We're going to take that off. Oh, I should put it back so you can see what I'm doing, huh? I did do the selfie series. I haven't revealed what it looks like yet. I'm going to do a video on it. I should have done a video already on it. I'm working on it. Toy Snowman, you do see Gundams. Absolutely, you see Gundams. I am drinking a Rockstar. Nothing crazy. It's just a fruit punch Rockstar. Just need a little caffeine. Anyways, so let's work on this Megatron, shall we? I'm going to have to probably get some of these out of the way because he's a big boy. He's a big boy. There we go. All right. Now, where to start? Let's see. I think we start by moving this stuff back out of the way. And I think this... how deep am I into Gunpla? I got pretty deep into Gunpla, but I haven't really been doing it recently. Those Gundams are the Universe Gundams. There we go. There we go. But I did start getting into Gunpla. I have at least 3 kits right now, maybe more, that I bought and then I never built. All right. Are there any figures that I don't have that I'm dying to own? And if you ask from personal experience, what figures are you excited to get but were too disappointed in that eventually moved out of your display? Those are 2 great questions that I will take a moment to think about before I answer. Right now, I don't think there's anything I'm actually dying to own. Like, I'm still collecting Black Series, obviously. Let's see, this has got to come off here. So, come on. By the way, there's a lot of great articulation. Like, he has an ab crunch and stuff on this. But, come on. I know you come off. Where's my spudger? I got a spudger for this very reason. Okay. But, Ken, your question. What figures did I get that left me disappointed? They exist. They exist. A lot of Power Rangers. I got really into the Power Rangers line. And now I'm not really into the Power Rangers line anymore. Let's see. This needs to go back here. All right. See, this whole thing right here needs to pop open to release the whole front. There we go. There we are. Okay. So this whole thing is going to come up and out like this. Let's see. I need to get out of the way here. It's going to flip around. And this whole thing is going to come around like that. I've only done this like 3 times, so the transformation is going to be a little wonky. I remember most of it, but it's going to take me a little bit to kind of get through. You like building Gundams or just enjoy big robots? I like building Gundams. I mean, the Rancor definitely is the answer right there. How do you store your non-display collection? I've just got them in plastic tubs in my garage. That's 100% all I've got. Let's see. This is gonna come out, and actually, we're gonna put this back down here so that it can flip around the whole thing there. There we go. Okay, so this whole part's got to come up like this, and then this part got to flip around like this so that we've got Megatron kind of hanging out like this. Yeah, that's looking about right. Now we got to deal with the arms here. So the arms are going to come in. These parts do have to flip back because they'll be in the way otherwise. These are going to come in like so. Oops. My bad. Yeah, man. Of all the Gundams, I have nostalgia for Gundam Wing for sure. I also really love G Gundam so much, like so much. Let's see. I think that goes like that, and I think no, that's not right. This goes in like this, and then this goes in like this. Yes, yes. That's it. So these arms have to come together. But before we do that, the hard part is you have to get these parts bent up like so on the back. Like that. So they're going to come up and kind of fold in on themselves like this. And they're going to click in. There we go. And then they're going to peg together on the sides like that. And then this whole thing is going to come down and cover them like that. And then these are going to flip in, and that kind of locks everything into place right there. All right, there we go. Those are going to kind of stay in there. All right. So that's kind of the back of the tank mode, which again, this Megatron turns into a tank, which I prefer, to be honest with you. I do. I don't think Megatron's a very good gun. I know it's more of a nostalgic thing, but I just don't think it's a very good choice for Megatron to be. That's going to come back there. And again, kind of secure everything in place. I watched the Gundam anime right now. I'm watching G-Witch, the Witch from Mercury. I'm really enjoying it. I'm a couple episodes behind though, but I'm really enjoying it. Let's see. Yeah, I've watched. I've watched most Gundam animes. I've watched 00. I've watched Gundam Seed. I didn't watch the sequel to Gundam Seed. I watched Gundam Wing, obviously, because that was a big thing back in the thousands here in America. I've watched the original Gundam, obviously. 8th MS Team is my favorite. 0083, 0080. I watched Gundam X. That's not a thing that's really places anymore. I've never heard anyone really talking about Gundam X, but I enjoyed it. Go. This has got to come up and out there. Let's see. Does that go down there? I think that goes down there. And then I think this part has got to come in here. Nope. It's got to stay up. Come on. Got to get these in between the legs so that they hold everything in. Oh, come on now. Never actually had this much trouble. There it goes. It just popped in. So weird. And then that comes in and snaps down like that. And then we have sort of the top front of the tank. Now we just got to worry about the treads on the side of the legs. So, got to pop these down, push that down, push that back up. We'll do the same thing on that side. Oops, knocked over Andor. He's okay though. Let's see. Tank mode, yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Let's see. This sides have got to come up and in. These are going to come up and in. These are going to come down. This whole thing's got to come up. There we go. Turn that around. That reveals his treads. And then we got to push this down so then we snap it back in. It locks it into place. Like so. And that one I'm going to put like that. And then this thigh piece pops up, slides around, comes around. This whole thing comes up and around. There we go. That locks in. This whole thing comes back like that. And oops, I got these backwards. So this one comes down. This one goes ahead like that. And we're not going to peg that in just yet, but we are going to put the foot down back here. There we go. We just got to do the same thing on this side. So let's get these out of the way. That comes up. Come on. These treads in here like to not pop out like they should. I'm just knocking everything down back there. I think I just knocked Andor clean off my desk. Come on. What the heck? I've never had it not come out like that before. There it goes. All right. Then we'll turn that around. Then we'll lock this down. Oh. Whew. There it goes. I got it. There we go. That's gonna flip around. Leg is gonna come around. There we go. Okay, almost done. What we gotta do is pull out these little like struts. There we go. One each side. And then this whole thing snaps together like that. Pop down that foot. All right. There we go. So that's most of the tank, with the very weird exception that, yes, his head kind of pops out there. So the way to cover that, oops, wrong way. There we go. Wait, is that right? That's not right. That's his arm. This is the one for... There we go, which means that it's going to go like this. Get that off to the side there. It's going to pop in. This is going to come up and over like that. And we got to make sure the treads are pushed together. And there we go. That's Megatron in his tank mode. Yeah, the only kind of downside is you can see his Megatron's face down in there. There is a head that he comes with that you can change it out for. That's a blank head, so you can't see anything. But that's Megatron. Well, it's Monocrat Megatank is the official third-party name for this. But I absolutely dig this. I think this is incredible. Yeah, it's got light up. I should have showed this off before, but the tank gun lights up. His eyes also light up, but I'm not gonna pull everything out to do that again. But yeah, so that's Megatron. And it looks great. And if you follow Bots and Shots, we have a new episode coming up. We just recorded this last weekend, and Monocrat is on the episode, so look forward to that. Next, I guess what we can do, we'll transform this Optimus Prime here. The paint on the finished piece is fantastic. Absolutely agreed. So this is from a company called Magic Square. And this is their second version of Masterpiece, a Masterpiece styled Optimus Prime. I have both of them. I really enjoy their stuff. I really like their figures. I'm also a sucker for Optimus Prime. That was Monocrat Megatank. It's a third-party Megatron. Any thoughts on the new Hot Toys Obi-Wan from Clone Wars? He looks great. He looks fantastic. This one actually is, I think, just as complicated, if not maybe a little more so, but not super complicated, thankfully. But still somewhat complicated. Let's see. How do we start? How do we start this? I think we start with the back. Take that like that. There we go. There, it's done. What do you think? We're gonna pop these out. Let's see. I think we're gonna open up the chest. One of the things I like about this Optimus Prime. Hey Rob, thanks for hanging out. Have I seen the Optimus Prime Hot Toy release a couple of? Yes, I have. It's fine. It's fine. Hey Matt, thanks for hanging out too. Thanks for anyone. You definitely don't have to stick around if you came for the Black Series toy unboxing. That's done. Thanks for hanging out. But I'm going to continue to live stream for a little bit. We're going to play with some toys here. There we go. Let's pop this out. Pop that out. Pop this out. Pop that out. Anyway, one of the things I like about this is that he doesn't have a faux grill like a lot of the other Masterpiece Optimus Primes. He has, like, this is the same grill in truck mode as it is in robot mode, which I think is just kind of cool. Because that's, like I said, it's not the case a lot of times. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is right. That's the front. That's the front. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this pops down. That's what I was missing here. And then I think that turns around. There we go. And then that, and then that turns around and comes up. And we got that. There we go. Just kind of have to get all of this And there we go. All right. Okay. Then for the arms, hey Onyx, thanks for hanging out. Am I grabbing any of the Super 7 G.I. Joe Ultimates? I'm not. I had the first wave on pre-order, and I just decided that I didn't need to collect those, and the classified ones. And since classified started doing more of the 80s aesthetic, and they're cheaper, I decided just kind of to go with that. Plus, I don't know, like, I haven't seen any Super 7 figures that I've been super thrilled about, I guess. Like they haven't looked great. Hold on. I gotta remember how this goes. There it goes. You gotta kind of... Oh, and I was missing that. There we go. There we are. That comes in there. And that, I think that this whole thing's supposed to come back. Hold on. I'm not doing this right. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Like Super 7, I've got their turtles. I've got the 4 turtles that they've made, and they're okay, but they're not my favorites. They've got issues. What am I missing here? I feel like there's a gap here that shouldn't be. Oh well, let's try this side and see what happens. The SDC bats looked great. I haven't played with it, but I think they look fine. I like the aesthetics. I just, I had to pick and choose what I was gonna have in my collection and what I wasn't. And unfortunately, I just decided that Super 7 stuff isn't gonna make the cut. And it's partially a money issue, but it's also just partially like a space issue at this point. Like I don't know where to put stuff. Come on. Remember when someone said this wouldn't be as hard as the Megatron? There we go. It's just finicky is the thing. But it's less finicky than the original, like the official Masterpiece Optimus Prime, that's for sure. At least the new one, the MP44. There we go. All that goes in there. Like that. Like that. Yeah, it was you, 19 Jace. Let's see here. Oh, I would say it's differently hard, for sure. Let's see. I mean, these close in like this, and comes down like that. Okay, well that's the cab done. Let's work on the legs. I think this thing comes across there, and the whole thing's gonna come up like that. Just gotta make sure I got everything flat and flush like that. All right. Now the legs can get a little weird. We're gonna pinch these up. Let's see. I think they come out like this. This is gonna come up like that. There we go. That's gonna come up like that. That's gonna fold in. That's gonna fold in like so. That's gonna come out halfway, and then we gotta pick this out and turn the whole thing around. Somehow. Oh, right. And then that's got to come out to give space to turn it around. There we go. There we are. Okay. And then we got to make sure everything's flush and tabbed in so nothing drags. Like that. And then that's going to come forward like that. The legs are going to turn around. That's going to come up to reveal the headlight part like so. Then we just got to do kind of the same thing to this side. So it's going to come up. It's going to come around. We got to go in, and then tab. And that comes out. This comes out. This comes out. This comes out. This comes all the way around, like so. That comes up. There we go. That comes forward. This turns around. That comes out. That comes back. There we go. We gotta make sure. There we go. All right. Everything's pegged in right. And then that pegs in. And then that pegs in. There we go. And that back doesn't like to peg in very well, but it usually takes me like another 5 minutes to get it to peg together. But you get the idea. There we have Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Gotta clean up the back a little bit better. It turns into a truck. Yeah, it's when you do it like that, it's like churn, like that, where you're just doing it real slow. Anyways, I could clean up the back a little bit better, but I'm not going to. That's Optimus Prime. Very fun. I like the robot mode. The truck mode's okay. Truck mode's okay. All right. Well, I think I hit the 2-hour mark here, so I think we're gonna be done. I think it's like 6 o'clock here. I think it's about time to go out, see what the wife's doing, clean up the toy room a little bit, maybe get some dinner. So I'm gonna say thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching me unbox some Black Series figures, opening up some other toys, playing with Transformers. I know I had these stickers to do, but I don't want to do them right now. I just kind of lost my oomph of doing all these. Maybe next time I might save them. Maybe I'll just do them on my own. I don't know. But I'll figure out what I want to do with that. But it's definitely not going to happen tonight. I'm going to go probably watch some TV with the wife or play God of War Ragnarok, because I'm super into that game right now, and I'm enjoying it. Except for the Berserk Tombstone things, those can go off and die. those can go die. I don't like those. But for the 37 people still watching, thank you for getting this far. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you're watching this afterwards, still thank you. Thank you for watching this. It was very nice of you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was fun. It was fun for me. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast if you want to listen to my thoughts, more thoughts on Black Series. We just had an episode with Out of the Basement and Landspeeder Luke on. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching. I will see you later.